They make this up. The man has read the New York Times too often. This guy, Shadi Hamid. What is he talking about? You believe that 80 million Americans, or whatever the number was, that voted for Donald Trump are into a Trump-centric ethno-nationalism? What the hell is that anyway? You think that the average Trump voter did not ache to have non-whites in their movement? I tell you, I ache to have this man on the show. It'll show he has character, because almost every leftist ever invited never comes on. For good reason, from their perspective, because they have no answers to very, very politely asked questions, like the one of my piece this week. If America is systemically racist, why have millions of blacks moved here in the last 3 decades? 4 or 5 decades. Why? They have no answer. Okay, back. So this is his view of the right. Ethno-nationalist, Trump-centered people who still drape themselves in some of the trappings of organized religion. What does that mean? That means some of them are Christian? God, Jews like me must drive them crazy. You know, a third of the Jews in the United States, it's little, but it's not tiny, voted for Donald Trump. I guess they didn't think it was an ethno-nationalist, Trump-centric movement. Donald Trump's boisterous rallies were more focused on blood and soil than on the Son of God. Whose political rallies in the last, since World War II, was focused on the Son of God? This is what goes for thoughtful writing, and this guy is better than almost anyone at The Atlantic. The Atlantic is a rag sheet, but it's a sophisticated sounding rag sheet, so they're all impressed with one another. This is what they write. What kind of line is that? Blood and soil? Blood and soil is a Nazi. It's a Nazi. It comes from the Nazis, by the way, the German Nazis. What blood and soil is he talking about? And this is their best. This is the best The Atlantic has to give. He has actually some thoughtful lines in here. A Trump rally was more focused on blood and soil than on the Son of God. 99% of the readers of this who read this, read The Atlantic, thought, wow, that is profound. Wow. God, I hadn't thought of it that way. Trump himself played both savior and martyr, and it is easy to marvel at the hold that a man so imperfect can have on his soldiers. So you marvel at it. Really? Well, I agree with soldiers because we are fighting a war for the Western world. That is correct. I acknowledge. I am one of those soldiers. I agree. And we do not ask about the character qualifications of our generals. We ask whether we can win the war against those destroying Western civilization. That is correct. Would I like a man who was even better individually? Sure. Does it matter to me? Very, very minimally, even though character is the most important thing to me in general. That is the reason I raised my kids, telling them almost daily, I don't give a damn what college you get into. I don't even give a damn if you go to college. I only care about your character. That is how I raised my boys. So I'm pretty character-centered. But my boys are not my president. Get it? I'll give you a baseball analogy. How about that? A sports analogy. I gave medical analogies, in fact, throughout the Trump era. You have two surgeons, one a man of impeccable character and one of dubious character. The one with dubious character is known to be the best surgeon for pancreatic cancer that we have. You have pancreatic cancer. Would you choose the one with the impeccable character or the one with the great record in operating on pancreatic cancer? So those of you who delude yourselves into thinking character is the only criterion, you are deluded. You desire to be deluded, like my last caller, a sweet man in Chicago who understandably lost a lot of his friends. They didn't realize how foolish their dear, dear friend was. Still preoccupied with Donald Trump's character rather than the fate of America. I care about America, not Trump. That's why I supported Trump.